Very good morning, guys. Today, our topic is about compensation. So, generally, what is this compensation? Why it is needed is the first and foremost thing that to be discussed. Compensation is an amount or an remuneration paid to an employee for a loss or suffering or for any injury. This term is called as compensation. Okay, compensation is nothing but an remuneration or a amount which is paid by the organization to its employee for the loss or for the injury or for some sufferings. Okay, this term is called as compensation. So, what does the exact term compensation defined as is money received in the performance of work plus the many kinds of benefits and services that organizations provide to their employees. Money is included under as I said you all before itself, it is the term which is measured in a quantitative technique. I mean, in quantitative. Quantitative is nothing but in terms of money. So, money or remuneration or an amount. This is nothing but a thing which is paid by the organization to its employees along with the salary for the term of injury, sufferings, or for any kind of losses. So, what are these injuries? Say, if he might would have met with an accident, okay, because of the organization, okay, it is termed as injury, suffering, some sufferings, illness, or something that has been taken place by the organization in the sense that reason might be because of the organization even this thing. So or any other loss, if there is any cancellation of agreements or for some any illegal things or for some other expiry date purchasing things, for all those things, for any loss, it might be of machineries damages etc, any of this thing, for these things you pay a term or an amount called as compensation. So basically there are two types of compensations. One is of direct financial compensation, second one is of indirect financial compensation. So what are direct financial compensations? Under direct financial compensations, you have pay received in the form of wages, salaries, incentives, commissions, and bonus. So, these are the various quantitative things that can be measured in the terms of quantitative. So, these are the various things like salaries, incentives, commission, bonus, and wages. Wages is the term that is paid for on the daily for the daily laborers. Salaries are paid once in a month. Incentives are paid for achieving the targets. Commissions are given if there is any sale or if there is a huge profit. So this is commission. Bonuses is given once in a year for the for the performance appraisal or for the whatever things it might be. So this is bonus. Next one is of indirect financial compensation. It is of like life, accident, and health insurance, retirement plans, pay for vacation or illness. So, life and health insurance, you all know this. For life insurance, accident insurance, and health insurance. Life insurance is the term if you are dead, then the amount will be paid to your family members. Accident, you all are aware of this Pradhana Mantri schemes, Pradhana Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. Under that account, you have Pradhana Mantri Jan Jeevan Bima Yojana. All this, it's an insurance scheme where if you get accident, if you met an accident, then you will be paid some amount. Next is of health insurance. If you fall sick or illness, then for this thing you, there is a term called as health insurance. Next one is of retirement plans. Retirement plans is nothing but like your gratuity amount, okay, your pension schemes, all those things will be rendered to you all. Next is of for pay for vacation is, this is like entertainment allowances, entertainment amount, sending you all for some places for vacations, all those things are carried out. So these are the two various things, that is direct financial compensation and indirect financial compensation. Okay. Next heading is of objectives of compensation. What are the goals, objectives, aims of this compensation is, the first point, to get qualified competent personnel is, remuneration plays a major role for any employee when they decide upon their career. Qualified and competent people join the best paid organization, so organization should aim at compensation where they can attract competent and qualified people. Is, according to the law, even the law says that if any employee is suffering from illness or from loss, then the organization should take care in such a manner to compensate him. So only when you compensate your employees, so almost all the public will aim to achieve a job in your organization. That will be basic thing, because when you're taking care of them, when you're using ethics in your business, it is said that all the persons attract towards your organization. This term leads to a huge growth in the employment in the organization. That is your first point. Second point is to retain the present employees. It is nothing but the persons, already the workers who are working in your organization, to make them to stay at your organization itself, you need compensation. Next, to secure internal and external equity, as equity should be maintained among the employees. External equity implies payment of similar wages when comparable with the organization. As, say for an example, it should be treated both for internal as well as external. Internal or like your employees of your organization. External might be some wholesalers, retailers, all those persons. If there is some damage of goods or products, then you have to compensate them. Okay, say for an example, if your organization is running some food grain products, if it is rotten or if it is damaged or if it is spoiled, then you have to compensate them in terms of money, or else you have to replace the product. It is nothing but compensating you the loss for them. Okay. Next is to ensure desired behavior. It is nothing but having a loyalty. This compensating term makes the organization having some ethics, responsibility, and loyalty towards the society. Next point is of to keep labor and administrative cost. As labor cost and administration cost is nothing but like your, if I'm paying you all a salary, along with that even I need to maintain some compensation amount. The next one is of to facilitate payroll. Is payroll, under payroll you'll be having basic salary, traveling allowances, DNS allowances. Along with that, even your compensation amount will also be included in that. Next, to promote organization. As your first point said, it is nothing but this compensation terms helps you to promote your organization in an ethical manner. Next is to simplify collective bargaining. As this is also a point, to simplify collective bargaining is nothing but if your organization follows the method of compensation, then there is no need of negotiating there, right? So this is of to simplify collective bargaining. Next, performance appraisal methods. This is the most important term used in human resource management because without performance appraisal, no one will aim to work in the organization. Your performance appraisal might be through quantitative, not through qualitative. What are the quantitative things? In the sense, it might be your incentives, bonus, all those things. Your qualitative is like your promotions, okay, some vacations, all those things. So each and every organization needs performance appraisal. So having this performance appraisal, how do you can maintain some performance appraisal, or how can you check the performance appraisal? And that you have two headings, that is of past oriented methods, and the second one is of future oriented methods. Under past oriented methods, you have first one is of ranking method. Ranking method is quite simple, easy. Say for an example, if there are 20 students in a class, based we keep you all some test as based on that performance we rank you all, right, starting from 1 2 3 4 to 20. That is of ranking method. Okay, next one is of rating scale methods. Rating scale, you all know this. When I already have gone through with this, rating scale is nothing but we provide you all some question is based on that. Even when you all download an application, you'll be having a rating scale, right? Already I gave you all certain examples of Likert scale, all those things. It is nothing but you rate the app based on the stars. If it is of 5 stars, very good. If it is of 4 stars, it is good. If it is of 3 stars, it is of better, in such a manner. Okay, so there are various types of rating scale methods like dependability, initiative, output, attendance, attitude. Considering all those things, you prepare an rating scale. Say for an example, if X is a person who is better in the class, we ask him, I mean, we provide the questionnaire saying how was his performance in the examination, how was his attendance, how is his assignment submissions, all those things. We consider all the things and we prepare a rating scale. Okay, next one is of checklist method. It is nothing but asking true or false. In the same manner, asking yes or no. We just ask you all to tick the right one. We give you all the statement saying that first A section is of good or bad, first B section is good or bad. In the sense, we ask you all yes or no. Okay, this is of the thing. Next one is of forced choice method. Here forced choice is nothing but the same type of checklist method. We provide you all the statement when we ask you all whether it is true or false. Okay, in the checklist method we ask you all to tick there whether it is yes or no. Okay, in the second statement we say that the second, I mean the first A section is good when we ask you true or false. Okay, getting the difference now? Checklist method, we ask you all, we question you all whether it is yes or no. But in the forced choice method, the word itself says forced choice. Forced choice in the sense we provide you all the statement and we wanted you all to answer that question. Okay, this will be like a mandatory question even when you all apply for the government competitive examinations. When you all apply for government jobs, there will be a star mark saying that this things is of mandatory. In the sense, you can't escape without filing that, without mentioning that you can't escape them, right? So in the same method we have an forced choice method. It is nothing but asking true or false there. Next one is of forced distribution method. This is just like your class intervals. We provide you all the class intervals. You all know this class intervals ranging between 5 to 10 or 20, 30, 40, whatever it says. Say for an example 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50. If it is of between 10 to 20, it is of worst level performance. If it is of 20 to 30, okay level average student. If it is of 100 level performance as the best students, In the same manner, we provide you all some percentage. Okay, based on that we ask you all. Already I have gone with the same questionnaires in, I think, in almost all the sections, because during our project, I mean, we had an paper submission, so that I bought a questionnaire for all the first year A section and first year B section. I asked you all certain questions. Please do remember that questions, because this is one of the type that what we asked you all the questions. We asked you all how much you are satisfied with the product, how much with you all are satisfied with the brand, all those things. We bought, I especially bought you all some question is and asked you all to answer that row, right? So that is the thing. Next one is of critical incident method. In this critical incident method, you, according to this method, the performance of an employee is rated on the basis of certain events or incidents which may have really happened. Some examples of such events are as follows: refuse to cooperate with the fellow workers is critical. We provide you all some incident and we ask you all to justify that. Next one is of behaviorally anchored rating scales method. Under this method, statements of effective and ineffective behavior determine the points they are said to be behaviorally anchored. The rate is supposed to say which behavior describes the employee performance. Next one is of field review method. This is of like practical things. We provide them some task, ask them to do the things. Based on that performance, we rate them. That is of field review method. Next one is of performance test and observation, the same as like the field review. Even this performance test and observations, we provide them some written or some actual presentations like PPTs, all those things, and we test them. But under field review method, trained employee from the personnel department interview the supervisors about the respective subordinates there. Okay, but in performance test, this can be done for any kind of people. Okay, the next one is of essay method. Essay method is nothing but asking you all to write about them with a paragraph, all those things, right? To write, tell them to write about their SWOT, that is your strength, weakness, opportunities and threats, what are your training needs, all those things. We ask you all to write it and in an essay manner. Next one is of cost accounting method. Cost accounting is nothing but evaluated based on the monetary terms, and cost to keep employee and benefit the organization derives in ascertained is nothing but cost accounting. Say for an example, for each cost, how better is he working there. Based on an individual performance, we do rate the scale. So in the next class we shall see about the future oriented methods. Okay, thank you guys.